Welcome. In this video we are going to take a look at the neck and head. As you can see, we've been working all over the body here to establish the first pass of the muscle structures. So we're going to continue with the neck and work up into the head here. Alright. Now, as you can see, we've already identified many of our bony landmarks, tried to get some of our features in place. If we take a look at the polyframe tool, we can see that our edge loops are going in the direction that we need them to go around those features, so that when we get in to sculpt the fine features such as the eyelids, we won't have to fight with the edge loops and get that sort of sawtooth effect that you get when you're working with polygons. And so let's turn that off, and we're going to come in here and start with the muscles on the neck. Alright, there's a couple of very prominent muscles on the neck, but there are also less prominent ones that are seen on the surface as well. I'm going to go ahead and start by coming here to my move tool, and I'm just going to push and pull my surface around a little bit to get the shape that I'm looking for. The neck is splayed in the back. Got the trapezius that comes down from the neck and out and attaches all along the shoulder blade there. So we're going to be really studying that here when we go to our second pass on the muscles. And it's also important to recognize that sort of splay doesn't happen in the front of the neck. So we're going to come in here and we're going to push and pull around our surface just a little bit so that we can get a better base shape to go ahead and create our muscles. Now, we've got bony landmark right along the jawbone here, so it's important not to try to push that around. It's not soft tissue at all. We want to make sure that we've got a throat in here that we can build on, though. So we're just going to push that up into place, and even though it's not accurate yet, it's going to give us a little bit better shape for our foundation. Alright, so that's going to come down as that strong muscle comes down from the ear and forward. Alright, so we've got a little bit better shape going here now. I'm going to push a little bit on the front here so that we've got some room to put our additive clay, if you will, on top of that. And I'm going to go after the clay buildup tool now. And the muscle that I like to start with excuse me, on the front and side of the neck is the one that comes from the just under the ear and back of the ear there, comes all the way forward and attaches in several places to the clavicle there. So let's go ahead and begin. You see that muscle attaches right in this area, so we're going to get a brush size that makes sense. I'm going to actually step down to LOD 7 because I know it's going to go a lot faster for us. I added that LOD in the previous section when we were working on our hands with fine details such as the nails. Alright, so again, stroking just to test my muscle. And I'm going to start behind the ear and come all the way down to the front here. Alright, so I'm just going to start light and build that up in the direction that I want it, get the fullness that I need to depict that muscle, and then go after the shape just a little bit more. All right. So coming forward, and now this muscle, though it appears as one muscle here at the back of the head here, side back, it actually splits off into two distinctive attachment points down here. One of them right at the sternal notch there, and the other coming just to the other side of it over here. So we're going to build that area up just a little bit, and this one comes right up in here. It doesn't actually come on top of this bone structure, but down underneath of it. So I want to portray that, and I'm just going to get more of that shape in there by cutting in with the Alt key down, and I'm just smoothing as I go. Alt key down. This is the divide that I talk about with this particular muscle. It's actually wider attachment point on this side than on this side. Oops, there we go. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and carve in just a little bit up under here as well. So I have a distinct cut here. All right. Begin to see that strong neck muscle coming down there, and I just want to make sure that it's nice strappy shape. It's a little full in the front, so I'm going to grab the move brush and move that back to where it needs to be. A little bit more. There we go. Oops, a little too far back there. And then coming down nice and tight. So you hold your tension in that strong muscle there. You know what I'm talking about. It just gets really tight and sore sometimes with tension. Alright, so here we go. Now I'm going to go ahead and accentuate that just a little bit more. So we're not putting skin on yet. We're still doing our écorché study. We want to clearly define where that is and what shape it is. Okay, nice deep groove here. Again, all of this needs to remain clearly defined. And right in here we've got an arc that deepens in here as well. And hopefully you can begin to see what's happening there. This should be nice and flat, remain nice and flat. Good wide attachment point there. Okay. So smoothing that back a little bit now. Alright. Good. Now this is going to give us a good base for muscle structures on our face. That is the largest muscle, but keep in mind, in the neck, in the front of the neck there, but keep in mind that there are a lot of smaller ones also, and this divot that happens right in here, very pronounced. So we want to make sure to capture that and allow our traps to be seen clearly. Steep dip, that way we can detect where those other muscles drop in. Alright. These are lower, and they actually go under these two larger groups. And this one actually comes all the way to the front of the throat. So we're going to take a look at that here. So we get those in, and there's another one back in here. Okay. Now this one actually comes under this large muscle group and attaches to the bottom of the throat there, so we can make a clear indication of that. So that's what causes that dip right in there. Okay, and then the rest comes straight down the front here, very throaty, so you can get your Adam's apple well defined here. Alright, a little bit more here. Too much. Back that off, and we're going to attack that in a different way here. Alright, nice bony landmark accentuated there with the dam standard. We're going to move in here with a small move brush and just pop that up in there where it should be, and leave some of the throaty action down here a little bit, and then make sure that he has a nice standard brush, nice strong Adam's apple there. Oops. There we go. Alright, we're getting into it. It's a little deep in here, but you can start to see what those muscles look like without the skin on. And then as we move forward, when we complete our crochet study, as we move forward, we're going to go ahead and soften all of that for our final model going forward to add clothing and so on. Alright, so throat, neck, let's take a look at the back there. It is fairly well defined for the muscle group that comes in there. You can add a little bit in the direction that they typically go if you want to for effect. You will see depictions of them coming out in this way, and then soften that up. Okay, nice roll of muscle though coming down there. And don't lose your let's see, let's make sure I know where I am. You got the number 7 here, you got another one right here, which is usually a good landmark for this ridge over here, which is a really important attachment point for your underlying muscle underneath this strong sheath of muscle that you have on here. So you can see how that comes into play. Okay, and as you continue to layer those on, you can see that underlying structures makes a difference in how the surface actually appears. Okay, all right. Let's keep our video short. That is the neck. We'll come back and begin working on the face together. Thank you for joining me in this series, and I look forward to sharing some information about the head and face in the next video.